Good day, everyone. Welcome to 360 Live. It's Saturday, 24th of January. What a lovely day over here in South Africa. It's sunny. It's been raining a lot over the last month, so wet. But we have some sunny days in between, and the temperature is absolutely stunning. I went to watch a bit of live cricket today. Both my boys played a game of cricket. First game of the season. John with his very first game for his school, under 9 cricket, that is. There is John. We see a bit of footage that I took on my phone. You won't believe it, but he got a 50 with his very first game at school. Very chuffed for the young man. He bowled some nice leg spin as well. I don't know where he got that art from. It's just a proud moment for Dad, but he can be proud of himself because he worked really hard to get to that stage. He loves cricket. He plays a lot in the backyard. The personality of the two boys are completely opposite or different. One is a bit more of a thinker, and that is John now, who got his 50, bowled a bit of leg spin, got a wicket or two as well, 2 wickets. They won the game convincingly. Very, very proud of him. And my eldest is a bit more of a daredevil, doesn't listen too much to what people has to say. And he also got a 50, got 82 not out today. They seem that the game is still happening over there in Johannesburg. There he is getting to his 50. There's no sound on this one, I think. But anyway, both of the Villiers boys starting the season off with a 50. And I know the game of cricket all too well. My message tonight will be to them, do not get too ahead of yourselves. This game can level you in a matter of seconds. So well done to my sons. Proud of you guys. But we start over again. The next game you will be on naught. You will not have a wicket in your wickets column. And the game will be even again. So good day out for us as a family, but we know sport all too well. It's a leveler. You enjoy the moments for a short while when you do well, because you understand that the bad moments might just be around the corner. You got to keep working hard, even though you're doing well. Go back to the nets, work on areas that you think you can still even improve on. There's still lots to learn. The game, that's the beauty of sport and cricket, is you never stop learning, and you never get to a point where you can't get better. So for the under-9 team at the school, there's so much to learn. They had a beautiful game. They scored over 200 runs in 25 overs, batting first. They restricted the opponents to a low total. So all in all, a very nice outing, but such a nice opportunity to learn and to try and get even better. Most of them are only 8 years old still. So it's absolutely beautiful to see. All right, guys, let's get into the show. Please post your questions down below. You know the story. Like, share, and subscribe to the show. Follow me in socials to stay up to date with what I get up to. And there were lots of social posts yesterday because I was at the qualifier 2 of the Betway SA20. It happened at the Wanderers in Joburg. It was a bit of an indifferent game. Paul Royals up against Sunrisers Eastern Cape. And the wicket was tricky. It was turning all over the place. At the end of the day, the Sunrisers Eastern Cape came out on top on a low-scoring encounter. Chasing were Quinny de Kock and Johnny Bestow up the order, and they sort of took the game away very, very early on. Only chasing 120-odd was a low total, but Quinny being smart, understanding that the new ball skids on, and that's the opportunity to try and get ahead of the game and not make it a very tricky chase. James Coles, the Englishman, that really stood out to me in this tournament. He was a little bit underused to a certain extent by Adrian Birrell and Russell Domingo, the two coaches of the Sunrisers Eastern Cape unit. I think he's a very, very bright future star for England. Just shows lots of potential, talent, calmness under pressure. He finished the game off for Sunrisers Eastern Cape yesterday against the Paul Royals and just made it look easy. It seemed like he was playing on a different wicket. He got some wickets as well. He's a left-arm spinner. Just a really bright talent for the future. Guys, it's all about the final. There you see the graphic. It is Keshav Maharaj and the Pretoria Capitals, who obviously flew straight to the final after beating the Sunrisers in Durban in qualifier 1. but the Sunrisers had to do the hard yards, and they played against the Paul Royals, who beat JSK in the eliminator. Then the qualifier 2 happened yesterday, and now it is Sunrisers Eastern Cape for the 4th final in a row. Yes, you heard that right. We've had 4 seasons of the Betway SA20, and the Sunrisers Eastern Cape qualified for each and every one of those finals. Won it twice, the first 2 seasons. The third one, they lost in the final against my Cape Town. That was last year. And now they're playing the Pretoria Capitals at Newlands. It's a new ground for a final. Last year was in Joburg at the Wanderers, and we moved to Newlands, Cape Town. I am flying there tomorrow morning, and I am childishly excited to watch this encounter. I am a little bit biased. Yes, I want the Sky Blues to win. I am a Pretoria boy, and I want the Pretoria Capitals to go on and win this. Obviously, you guys know I'm a big fan of Devil Brevis, who found really good form towards the back end of this tournament. In my opinion, played career-changing knocks, especially the one in Joburg against JSK, where they were 5 wickets down for 7 runs only. He managed to get things back together, found a great partner in Rutherford at the other end, and the two of them got them to, if I remember correctly, around 140 odd. They defended that, and that was the turnaround for Devil Brevis in this tournament. And I think it's much bigger than just that. He went to Durban in qualifier 1 and played a beautiful knock, chasing down a big target, but he was calm and composed. It almost seems like the lights just went on upstairs, and he's just changing gears, going from 1st to 5th gear, as he did in that Durban game. Beautiful control of an innings. He built it together with a few partners and unleashed towards the back end to take the game away from Sunrisers. And now, tricky one, because Sunrisers know what it's like to be in a final. They've won it a few times before. They know what it's like to be in knockout stages. Pretoria Capitals, first time in a final in the SA20. So it will be interesting to see. It's a dangerous team, Sunrisers. They're very experienced. Where the Pretoria Capitals had a bit of an inconsistent tournament, up and down, a couple of losses in a row, then a good win, then a couple of losses again, then 2 wins in a row. That's almost the story of their tournament. They have a lot of superstars, good players who are in form, but they haven't really, in my opinion, really gelled as a team together yet. But maybe they will click tomorrow in that final of the SA20. You know I'm biased towards Pretoria Capitals, but I want to know what you guys think. I think we've seen enough of Sunrisers winning this trophy. With all due respect to my former coaches, Russell Domingo and Adrian Burrell, I love them a lot. I love most of their players as well, all of them actually. Most of them play for the Proteas and will go to the World Cup, and I will be right behind them. But tomorrow is Pretoria's day, please, guys. So I'm hoping for runs from Brevis. I will be biased in my commentary, so do not be surprised. I'm just kidding. I will talk about the game, but I'm really hoping the Sky Blues will win. It's a fascinating encounter. It's been a great season. The crowds have been packed. And funny enough, guys, with all these knockout games, we saw packed stadiums without the home team actually playing at the ground. It was amazing to see. So we had Pretoria Capitals and Sunrisers in Durban, DSG not playing there, really good crowd. And that was the trend. We went to Centurion with Paul Royals and Sunrisers there, packed stadium at Centurion. Last night at the Wanderers, packed stadium once again, and the home teams weren't even playing. So we go to Newlands tomorrow. The home team is not there. It's the Sunrisers and the Pretoria Capitals. And believe me, it is sold out. It will be packed. I can't wait. It's going to be a fascinating encounter between 2 really good teams. The old horse who's been there before, the new horse with all the talent, and superstar Devil Brevis in the making, who's just found his feet, I believe, long term. But yeah, time will tell. We'll wait and see. It's going to be great. I'll be there. So please watch the action live tomorrow. It's going to be great wherever you are in the world. I am sure it is broadcasted everywhere. All right, let's move on to India and New Zealand. First T20 took place. It was interesting because I followed this on my phone while commentating in last night's game. Big total from New Zealand, and I thought they are right in it with a possible win. We'll take some questions now. I see lots of questions being fired in, guys. Let me just quickly cover India, New Zealand, and then I'll take all kinds of questions in a minute. Let me just quickly find my bearings here. Yes. Okay. So New Zealand batting first, 209. Good performance. No one really scoring big, but they all scored at a really good pace. Obviously, it was a good wicket. There's no doubt about that. But when I saw the first two wickets go down for India, I thought, hold on, here we go. New Zealand are right in the game. But once again, the motto of the story is the fact that the depth of Indian cricket is just unstoppable right now. And I don't know how teams are going to beat these Oaks. They were 2 down for 6, I think. And New Zealand, with all the experience, being street smart always, really smart bowlers, great in the field, they got hammered in 15 overs. Absolutely ridiculous. Sky back into form. It's great to see. Ishan Kishan, 76 of 32. But the guy I want to talk about is Surya Kumar Yadav. Of course, he will be pivotal for India in the World Cup. And it was really, really important for Team India to get him into form. And 82 not out of only 37 balls in a chasing scenario under pressure after losing 2 quick wickets was exactly what the doctor ordered for Team India. The rest of the players all seemed in fine form, the bowlers, the batters. The only missing link was Sky. So everything looking hunky-dory for Team India. We know it doesn't work like that in World Cups, especially playing at home. The pressure will be extra added onto them. But this is a really good step in the right direction for Team India. If they want to go on to win the World Cup, they needed their captain in form. And that is exactly what happened in that last game. They've got a few more games against Team New Zealand. New Zealand, it's not all doom and gloom. They're playing good cricket. We know they're always dangerous in World Cups as they almost step up another gear when it comes to the big moments. So it will be interesting to see what New Zealand get up to in the World Cup. But all looking good for Team India. They look unstoppable. They're definitely the favourites to win the World Cup. But we know World Cups throw all kinds of surprises into the mix when the pressure is on, especially when you're defending at home, trying to make your country proud. All right, I'll take some questions from you guys over the next 5 minutes or so. We'll cover the last topic then, and then I will love and leave you. As I posted on the social media platforms, Instagram, when I played golf with my lads, what a great outing that was, and just an amazing experience watching my kids grow up, and today with the cricket as well. Anyway, the Marvel Zone, thanks for being back. All of you will know that I interviewed him not so long ago. For all other fans of the 360 show, please stay active on here. I might just get you on for an interview, have a little chat to you, get to know you better. The Marvel Zone is one of those guys. So here you are. Do you think Surya's recent knock sends a big signal to other teams before the T20 World Cup? Definitely. And I think so. From an outsider's point of view, being South African, to me, the biggest worry would be most of the players are in fine form. And now with Sky in form, he was the only missing link. I sort of covered the majority thereof 10 minutes ago. They seem unstoppable right now. He was the missing link. He was the guy being out of form. I can't remember. I think I overheard the commentators say like over a year since he scored a 50 in the T20 format for India. That is a long time, and especially being captain, it would have played on his mind. But now with him in form again, the rest of the team will sort of take confidence from that. And now they just look like the complete package. So it's definitely a signal or a warning sign to all other teams. But everyone already knew that. Marvel Zone, everyone already knew Team India will be very tough to beat in this year's World Cup. It's going to be a fascinating tournament. The only thing they have to counter, I feel, is the pressure of playing at home. 1.6 billion people in India now. The majority of people in India follow cricket. That is a daunting thing, you know, when you lie awake in your hotel room at night and you're playing a big match the following day. You feel that pressure. You see it everywhere on the streets. You read about it, and it just never leaves your mind. So there will definitely be added pressure, and we'll see how the individuals sort of counter that. But as a team, and that is the secret for Sky, I feel the message will be to stick together as a unit. Yes, we are feeling the pressure. We're playing at home. We are the favorites. There's big expectation on us. If we stick together as a unit and we believe in our culture that we created as a group together, that is the way to counter it. It's not ideal to shoot off in different directions and as individuals try and win the tournament. So if they can find a way to stick together as a unit, and that is one thing Sunrisers Eastern Cape has done really well over the years. Not necessarily the best team on paper every year, but they found a way and a game plan and a blueprint where they stick together as a unit. They feel well together. They understand their roles well. CSK is another example of back in the days of with MS Dhoni, where they found a formula where they can stick together, and no individual ever felt separated from the group. And that is the key in big World Cups. All right, next question. Thanks, Marvel Zone, for that. Really appreciate it. What are your thoughts on Bangladesh's exclusion from the T20 World Cup? That is the next topic, by the way. Bangladesh withdraws from the T20 World Cup after the ICC refuses relocation of venues. Guys, I don't want to be biased with this one. I'm going to be on the fence. It's politics and it's personal. And I don't have enough information. I'm not well enough educated about this point to make comments and to make statements about it. What I do know is it's sad, and it should never get to a point where teams have to withdraw themselves from tournaments. I really feel it's sad, and it's a bad look and a bad take on our sport, and it should never get to that. So I don't know. Whoever's in control, whoever can make the decisions, just sort it out. I don't know. I've spoken about this enough before in the past, and I hate it when politics gets so involved in cricket that it gets to a point like this. Really, really sad. Anyway, let's move on to something more positive, more light. The RCB women's team. One message to them. I mean, look at the table. What can I say? They've already qualified, and they're absolutely incredible. They're 5 games in, 5 wins. They're on 10 points already, 1.8 plus net run rate. Phenomenal dominance of the Women's Premier League by the RCB women's team. So many players in form, and they seem happy. I follow them on social media platforms. I see their dresses on. They had a dance party, and they just seem to be enjoying each other's company. I think it was some kind of awards evening, but a bit of tongue in the cheek kind of awards evening that my team might be able to help me with more information about their outing. They just seem like a happy team who keep improving. Yes, they won the tournament 2 years ago, not last year. They would love to get their hands on the trophy again. The only worry right now here is complacency. And I don't think they have that in their squad. I don't think they're going to get complacent because they're too hungry for success. That's what I've been seeing from Team RCB over the last 5 games. Simply phenomenal. Yes, they look great on paper, but the other teams also look great on paper. They just have this chemistry, a culture, and they seem to be incredibly happy in each other's environment and space. So onwards and upwards. Hopefully they'll keep that momentum going. They might slip up somewhere, and hopefully they won't leave it for last. But it's still sport, guys, and there are other world-class players right here that will have a say about them dominating. So expect a little stumble somewhere, but I do believe the culture up there is strong enough for them to go all the way this year again. Remember, guys, I spoke to Shreyanka, such a nice girl with a bright future. She wants to work on her batting. There's our chat. Go check it out on YouTube. I had a really, really interesting, knowledgeable chat. She's a smart girl. She knows exactly where she's going with the cricket, and she just seems to love life and love what she's doing. And I often speak about it on the show, guys, where I tell you guys, when you're feeling down, just sort of go and do something that you love and do it often. If it's a walk in the park to refresh your brain, if you're not having a good day, just find your feet again. She seems like a girl that's found the formula of just having a smile on her face. She understands that sometimes it's not going to go well, but that's just going to motivate her even more. And that's what we talk about here. She told me that she wants to work on her batting and become one of the best finishers in the world. And I have a plan that I'll hopefully have an impact in helping her to get there. There's no one perfect formula for that. You have to constantly evolve your own game, constantly grow and get better. I see I'm wearing the same cap. I'm feeling a little bit exposed about that. This is a cap of the Masters 2022. Scotty Scheffler won that tournament over there at Augusta in the States. I was there. I've only seen 2 before. And I think it was two memorable ones. Scotty Scheffler winning this one, and the other one was in 2025 when Rory McIlroy won his first Masters tournament. So I'm sorry for wearing the cap again. It's embarrassing. I love caps, so I collect them. It always tells a story of my whereabouts, of some trips I've been on, and I love getting the date on there because I could immediately go to, I know it's 2022, it's the Masters tournament. I know exactly where I was standing on the 18th, just to the left of the green, when Scotty Scheffler won his Masters tournament. With Rory in 2025, I was right next to the green, 7 meters away from that winning putt in the first playoff hole against Justin Rose. So great memories of going there. Anyway, back to Sri Lanka. Go watch the episode. It is on my YouTube archives. It's under videos. Go check it out. All right, let's move on to the Proteas and their World Cup hopes. Ryan Rickleton and Tristan Stubbs coming into the side, guys. The squad changed a bit because we had a couple of injuries. Not ideal going into a World Cup. I saw the injuries happen as the SA20 took place, and very unfortunate. But when you are in a position where someone like a Tristan Stubbs and a Ryan Rickleton are your replacements for the World Cup, then you have reason to be confident. It is a well-balanced team, fantastic bowlers, seamers right throughout, plenty of them. Corbin Bosch, Marco Jansen, Mapaka's there, Lungi Ngidi, Anrich Nortje, KG Rabada. I mean, you can't ask for better seamers than that. Spin department, really good as well. I forgot about Jason Smith. He can bowl some seam as well. Spin department, really good, but that's what I want to talk about. George Linder, Keshav Maharaj. Where's Keshav? There he is. And obviously Markram can throw some office out there. The problem with this squad, in my opinion, is we're lacking an X-factor spinner, a mystery spinner, someone who can turn it both ways. The batters are not quite sure what's coming next. A Chakravarti. There are plenty of others. Adam Zampa back in the day, and you're not always sure. Rashid Khan. That's the one area we're lacking. But in saying that, Maharaj, George Linder, Markram, who can turn it away from the righties, absolutely fantastic bowlers. In their own right, they can claim to a certain extent that they're also mystery because they change their pace so elegantly that it's really difficult to pick up. Flight through the air, arm balls drifting in, doesn't turn. Then on dry wickets, they go faster. On different wickets, they go slower. Very, very smart bowlers. But I would have loved to see an X-factor mystery spinner in here. The batting department looks fine. Quinton de Kock in great form. Devil Brevis, lights went on. I spoke about that earlier. Markram, captain, absolute fantastic player. Plenty of other batters who are in fine form. David Miller, groin injury. It's not serious, so hopefully he will be ready. He's still in the squad. Hopefully he'll be fine. Rickleton, Stubbs, Jason Smith, big power hitter. Great, great squad. And I am quietly confident, optimistic. If Team India is going to fumble somewhere, I feel someone like the Proteas will be right there to grab the opportunity. So let's hope for the best. I'll take some comments now, guys. Ask me about any of the above topics that I covered, and then I will love and leave you in the next 5 minutes or so. Do you also feel that countries are now focusing more on ODIs and T20s and not tests anymore? No, I don't agree with that. It depends on the scheduling, right? So the ICC every year, I think they plan ahead, obviously, very nicely with the WTC happening, the World Test Championship. Then you have World Cup T20 years, you have World Cup ODI years. So that changes from year to year. Obviously, the focus is going to be on T20 cricket now. There's a World Cup T20 year. Next year, it's an ODI World Cup year. You'll see a lot of focus on ODI cricket leading up to that. And then we will slowly build up to the WTC, the grand finale of the best test team in the world lifting that mace, and it will all be about test cricket. So I think they're getting a lot of things right. The amount of cricket between some of the smaller teams against some of the bigger teams, fighting for the mace and building up to ODI World Cups and T20 World Cups, I still feel they can work on that and get better. But the hype must definitely be on T20 cricket right now. And there's good reason for that. There's a World Cup around the corner. So, yeah, good point you're making. I feel they have work to do, but they're definitely getting the hype side of it right, where it should be all about T20 cricket right now. When we go into April and May, yes, more IPL, but then slowly but surely you'll see ODI cricket will become prominent. It will be a priority for everyone as we go into that ODI World Cup. But the test will never go away as they accumulate points for that grand finale, as I'm pretty sure everything and all the hype will be about Test cricket. Guys, I'll take one more question before I move on. Thanks for all the questions down below. I see all of them. I can't take all of them, but I really appreciate your love and you taking part in the 360 show. How far will SA get in the T20 World Cup? Old Uffy game. Yeah, it's an interesting one. Freddie Lowe, thanks for joining me on here. It's so difficult to say. T20 cricket, a very good example for you is the SA20 now happening. We see my Cape Town and Durban Super Giants finishing 5 and 6 on the log. In my opinion, they were best on paper. So how much does it mean to have a good team on paper? Maybe not, all right? So I think that's about 5% of your battle won. Then you have teams like Sunrisers, Eastern Cape, who every single season, in my opinion, so far, were nowhere near the best on paper. And they won twice already and made 2 finals now. So it's not always about the best on paper. It's about how you apply yourself as a group, not so much as individuals. How well do you do your homework? How well do you play the moments as a group? And how well can you get over challenges that you are confronted with, different challenges and different players to stand up on different periods of time. So guys, that is my opinion. South Africa will go far. I feel the chemistry is good. I feel we lack a mystery spinner, but I do feel we will be there at the business end of the tournament. And the question lies, can we take our opportunity when someone like India slips up or Australia slips up? And that will be the defining moment for the Proteas. They did it with the WTC at Lords against Australia. When the Aussies slipped up after dominating that first day and a half, they ran through the door. And maybe that is the new look Proteas setup. When the opportunity arises, they grab it with both hands. Onward and upwards for Adam Markram and his team. Hopefully, no more injuries. We're going to have a great Betway SA20 final tomorrow, and then we'll focus a bit more on the T20 World Cup next week in the 360 show. Thanks for joining me today on this beautiful Saturday, guys. There's lots of football on now as well. And remember, Man United will be playing Arsenal tomorrow. It's a huge game. United upset City last week. I wish I recorded this. Maybe it will be on my cameras because I do have cameras outside my house, but I ran like a lunatic in my garden because my boys were playing in the net and I was running towards them saying, United is back. Touching the money too early because it's been a rocky season, but we have a new coach, new look, fresh team. I don't know. We're playing Arsenal today. Top of the loggers. Tomorrow. I'm captaining Haaland again in Fantasy League tomorrow. He's blanked, I think, 4 or 5 of the last games. But he's playing Wolves at home, so I'm hoping to get some points there. We'll cover more of the Fantasy Premier League for those of you who are interested in hearing what my team looks like. I am in the top million around the world, so I'm not having a bad season, but my captaincy picks has been diabolical, absolutely ridiculous. So I need some guidance from you guys who follow football and enjoy football, please. Anyway, back to the point. Lots of cricket taking place. We will also see India and New Zealand move forward with that. South Africa will be playing the West Indies in 3 T20s. It was 5. It's been taken down to 3 as it clashed with one of the ICC build-up games of the T20 World Cup. But it's a really good prep for the Proteas. It's not Indian conditions. But luckily, during the SA20, they had wickets like in Joburg, crazy enough, playing like Kanpur in India. I was so surprised with the conditions over in South Africa, as every single ground posed a different challenge for the players. So maybe the Proteas players had the perfect warm-up, and hopefully playing against the West Indies now, 3 T20s, the ball will turn a bit, the wickets will be slow, and I hope the groundsmen are listening, because please help the Proteas get ready for the T20 World Cup. Guys, follow me in social media platforms. Like, share, and subscribe to the show. There you have it, socials. There's the YouTube. Subscribe, hit the bell notification. Otherwise, you will not know when I do these live sessions. Pretty simple. Yeah, there's the 360 frequency. That is a new Instagram handle we created, separating my personal profile with more of the fan stuff, fun stuff, behind the scenes stuff that I usually wouldn't put on my personal profile. It will all be on the 360 frequency handle. Go check it out. I also visited, just quickly, the Wanderers store yesterday, the cricket company store that is. By the way, my bets are in all the cricket company stores around the big grounds of South Africa. If you don't know how to get a hold of it, go visit that. Also, the cricket shop at the Doorncliffe Mall and a few other shops around the country. It is doing really well over there in India, at 150 stores already in India. So I want to thank all the retailers and all the fans supporting the 360 brand. Thank you so much. Guys, I picked up one of the bets yesterday. I think you saw on social media platforms where I took a picture of it. When I put it down, I got memories of my playing days. I promise you, they got the shape exactly spot on. I've been to India a few times, speaking to the bet makers. I wasn't happy initially. We got it absolutely spot on. If you pick up any of the 360 bets, I guarantee you will see the shape that I played with during my playing days. And I really hope you enjoy the product, because I put in a lot of years of effort to make it exactly the way I want it. Thanks for joining me. Lots of love to all of you. I'll see you in the week. Bye now.